Nandik, you reckon from where we are right now, a lot of people have said that in their notes, private notes, that arguably one of the best wealth creation opportunities is up ahead in the next 3.5, 4 years. You reckon that is the case?
I think it's more than that. It's a very long-term cycle. 5 years is a long time, but if they are gaining foothold in the east and the south, at this point of time, at least I don't see what changes can happen in the next 5 years as well. So I think it's a much longer story, and it's a good place to be in.
In terms of also, and I just want to take that point forward, in terms of ministries and the actual work they do and the state center sort of synergy, which is, the big sticking point where it comes. Do you see those challenges also going down over the next 5-year cycle? Because then, of course, we'll wait and see what the assembly election cycle shows us.
There are hardly any states in which opposition is in power. If Himachal also goes, and let's say in the next cycle, Karnataka elections could be tougher, then,
Maharashtra will have to watch what happens.
Yes, Maharashtra is interesting. Maharashtra will have to watch, but not many states will have a different party in center and a different party in the state. So I don't think that synergy per se is a problem. And there have been chief ministers who have showed willingness to work with the center.
Yeah, no matter what, and GST is a good example of that.
Correct.
GST is a good example of that. More times than not, they have unanimous decisions, and that's a council of finance ministers. What is the list of top 3 reforms that you want to see from a possible 3.0 government, Andrew?
To my mind, there's going to be different reforms. I don't know what's on the government's mind in terms of what big reforms they're thinking. Electricity is probably one area which I think they can still work on. There's a lot of power shortages. I think if you can ease some of that, I think that would be a very, very big, and maybe some incentives towards kind of wind power and so forth. So all of these things I think will play out. It might not be a big policy change, but it might be a policy which changes things over time. A lot quicker than we are today. So those are so more of the same. I mean, why do I need something which is going to change so quickly for the economy?
I'll tell you one thing that they don't want, and one thing that most people don't want: too much of capital tax tinkering, right? Because if that were to happen, I mean, that's one concern that everybody's laid out, that this rally is great, but what if in the budget there is major capital gains tinkering?
Nandik is still thinking that arbitrage is going to get
fine, which may not impact an ordinary equity investor's life.
I think the concern. I think the concern
is your money is going to sit somewhere. And I think fixed deposits, I mean, arbitrage is also short-term money.
No, but if only that were to happen.
long-dated in nature,
but if only that were to happen and no other tinkering with capital gains, short-term, then that's not a
maybe it'll be a palatable version because look at what the objective seems to be is that too much retail money in options and, the risks thereon, the froth that everyone keeps talking about.
Actually, that's an important point, guys.
Yeah, how do you control that?
Is there a way to have some differential taxation on F&O or derivatives, and does it harm our market's sentiment on that day, if that were to come?
Yeah, because you want to encourage long term.
It's already full tax.
It's already 39%.
That's what I'm asking. Is there a way to make that even tougher?
You can try and reduce the increased margins, or you can try and do something, but why are you trying to hurt your capital markets in trying to restrict people from investments? And, I keep hearing about all these losses. How do we know how much of this is hedging portfolios?
Yeah.
I don't think that detail is there in my mind to take this view that everyone's losing money. I don't think everyone's losing money.